Okay. I'm also going to record this so that I can save it and send it out. I have my MK Life t-shirt on today. It's my MK Life. I figured this is a day to use it, you know, or wear it because it's my MK Life today, right? This is all about it. So anyways, hi, I'm Jan Gensel. And for all of you that don't know me, woo! Yes, for all those that don't know me, and I am your sales director, in case you didn't know. Anyway, I am recording this because I am going to be doing something different. And I just want you to know that whoever is on live tonight, even if they're not on time, if they're on live tonight, then your name is going to go into a drawing. And so what I'm going to start doing is on Tuesday nights, everybody that gets on live and they watch the video live, whether they're on Facebook, watching it through that, or on Zoom, I just want you to know that your name will go into a drawing. So if you are watching via Facebook right now, I want you to type in the little thing, type in, hello, I'm watching live. And then we'll know that you're watching it live. I'm going to do a drawing for a gift. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the video, you know, for a week. I will have you, I'm going to give everybody that's on Facebook watching it, and or via, I'm going to send this out because I'm going to record it. I'm going to send it out to the rest of the unit, and anybody that watches the video and then makes a comment about watching the video, after 1 week, whoever watches it within the next week will get it into a different drawing. The prize will be bigger if you're on live, whether it's Facebook or Zoom. If you're on tonight watching, the prize will be bigger. But if anybody watches it within the next week, then their name will also go into a drawing. So I'm going to do things a little different with that, with our Tuesday night trainings. I just want you to know that I'm also, when this is over, I'm going to record a separate video that's just a few minutes that is going to give an update and some timelines, some dates, and a little bit of an update. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to do that in a separate video so that the people, when they're on, if you want to go back and watch Facebook, if you want to go back and watch something, you will see me by myself giving announcements, if you will. I'm going to do that in a separate video. So that way, if people want to see the announcements, they don't have to worry about it. It'll say announcements for the week of this week. So October 11th through the 17th. So anyway, so that's going to be a little bit different. The other thing that we are revamping, and I've been pondering about this for a while. I've talked to a few of you about it. I've tried to make a decision. I wasn't coming up with a decision, but we have a Facebook party group that is for all of our consultants and their customers. We have over 400 people in this group. And what I have been doing is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, doing a post, and then people go, their name goes in a drawing, and then Thursday night we go on live and we do different things live. Well, I'm bored. I feel like we need to do something different with it. I'm just like, it's not doing what I want it to do right now. What I want it to do is to get all of us more business. And right now we're not getting more business. And so, well, we're getting a little bit. I'm getting some. But what I'm finding is on Thursday nights when I go live, the majority of the people on there are consultants, which is fine. I'm great with that. But I want the majority to be somewhere in the neighborhood of a whole bunch of customers, because we have 400 people and over 400 people in this group. We need customers in the group. So we're going to change it up a bit. And I had the opportunity to be on a Zoom call with the National Sales Director Emeritus that I have mentored with for a long time, Linda Tupin. And I was on a call on Sunday night. There's a director call that she does, and I was on, and it gave me what I was looking for, because I kept pondering, how can I change this and update it and make it exciting again? Because we were getting like a lot of people on for a while, and we were getting sales and, you know, all kinds. I mean, it was good. We got recruits out of it even, and we haven't been for a while. And part of it could just be my enthusiasm about it, because there was something that just wasn't working for me anymore. And so I think I've come up with an answer. And what I'm going to be doing is enlisting a whole bunch of consultants into this. So what I'm going to do is, rather than doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday posts that are just kind of just to get people to engage, I'm going to be posting, we are going to be posting some videos. We're going to do some how-to videos. We're going to post some of the company videos, but it's going to be more people talking, more live videos. And we're going to do things where they're going to be short little videos, where it could be 5-minute video, could be a 10-minute video, more often. And so what people want to see is, what I think is, they want to see things about products. They want to see different personalities. And if we really want to engage a lot of people, we need to do things with different personalities. And so in different techniques and all of that. I know it's called Jan's Mary Kay Party Group, but I want to enlist you guys. And so what I want to do is do posts that are more about the different products and different things about the opportunity, maybe some booking fun things, some specials. So on Monday of this week, I posted in that group a picture of the October specials. So every one of you that have customers in the group, your customers are seeing this special. So if you get a phone call, honor the special, because I think you'd be crazy not to, because if they spend $50, they can get a half off item. And I have got to, oh my gosh, I have to print that thing off and put it in front of me, because I've had some people recently spend about $30 to $40, and I completely forgot to tell them if they spend $50, they get a half off item. I literally just got on right before 7 o'clock because a customer was here picking up an order. She paid me $40 some, and I forgot to tell her about that. So if I forget, I know you guys do. So I want to do that. And now on this special paper, there's a bunch of different products. So what do we want to talk about in the videos? Those products, right? So what I'd like to do is to do that. So I just want you to know that if you would be willing to get on and do a quick little 5-minute video, if you'd be willing to do something with that, whether it's to put an eye look on, whether it's just to, pick up a product and talk about it. And sometimes I can post the company videos, which are great. And we can say something, in the comment section. So if you'd be willing to help with that, please let me know. And then I will include you in the spacing of these things. And, we would do it somewhat organized, I guess. But I that's what I want to do. And so then how I'm going to give prizes away is that we can go into the administration part of that group, and we can see like the top 10 people, the top 10 contributors for the week. That's who's going to get the prize. So the more likes, the more comments that they do from what we do is how their name will go in the drawing. Now the question's going to be, do you want the consultants to like and participate? Absolutely. It helps the algorithm. We've talked many times about the algorithm. It helps with that. So we need you guys to like and comment and, and tag people. Tag people. The way you tag people is to, like, if there's a post, you go into the comment section and you start to type the person's name, and you'll see their name kind of highlight. You click on that and it puts their name into the comment in a highlighted in a different color, and that tags them, which means it goes to their notifications. They then there'll be when they go into Facebook, they'll see their notifications. They'll have a notification, and if you look at your notification, oh, there's something posted in there for me. So you definitely want to tag people. So I'm just going to make another comment real quick, because if you are watching this on Facebook right now live, please say hello in the comments and say, I'm on live, I'm on Facebook or whatever, so that I know you're watching via the Star Achiever, because your name will go into a drawing tonight if you are. Okay, so I still want to do that. Now, the question is, am I going to give, if the top 10 contributors are all consultants, am I going to give y'all gifts? No. No, I want you guys to contribute, but what we want to do is give prizes out to our customers who are commenting, liking, doing all that. So I know I can look in there and I can see who the top 10 are. And if two or three of the top 10 are consultants, I'm not going to send y'all gifts, but I'm going to encourage you to get your people to be in there so that they are commenting more than you, but you still got to go in and comment. You still have to go in and like, because it helps the algorithm. Does that make sense? So you guys, this is to build your customer base. It's to build your knowledge. It's to build your confidence. It's to build your customer base. It's to try to get you bookings, to try to get you recruits. The whole point of this online thing is for that reason. So then if we talk about Facebook, let's just talk about Facebook for a minute. First of all, is everybody on Facebook? No. Are people sick of Facebook? Yes. Some people are just tired of Facebook. You know, when the whole pandemic things, everything shifted, if you will. However, are there still people on Facebook and still people holding online parties and whatever? Absolutely. I just got invited to a Tupperware party this week. I've gotten invited to all kinds of different parties via Facebook online. So they're still doing it. And are some people very successful or in cars that have never earned cars before in Mary Kay? Yeah, remember last year when the seminar year was over, we broke company records in every single category that the company recognizes. There was a record broken. $1 million directors, trip directors, new car drivers, quota sales, quota sharing, all of that. All of that is good, Charlotte. Thanks for letting me know. Charlotte's watching via Facebook. Thank you. But all those records were broke, and it was because of the online presence. Now, I got to tell you, though, a lot of people are using Zoom themselves as a consultant. They're using Zoom, and that's been very good, too. So here's what I'd like to see that Facebook group, though, grow. And what I'd like to see is on Thursday nights when we go live, this is how I want to see this grow, is the number of people doing skincare. I want that to be a skincare party. The number of people who have samples and are watching it via QVC way, but I think what is going to be highly recommended is that these are like any of the people you've invited that have never tried they've never tried the skincare products. People that you meet new, if you meet them new and you give them samples, or you're talking to them and you say, well, I can send you samples and you can do the party with us via Zoom on Thursday night. So they can get on the Zoom part Thursday night, or they can watch it directly through Facebook. You understand? Like, it'll open up how many people then can participate with Thursday night with skincare. And we can hopefully get more skincare customers, because in the beginning we were doing skincare. If you remember, when we started doing the Zoom, feeding it into the Jan's Mary Kay Facebook party group, and we started doing skincare, I know Marcy got skincare, Mary got skincare customer. Mary's one lady spent $300. And remember? And you know, I got a whole bunch of new Time-Wise repair customers out of it even. So Thursday night needs to be a skincare class that we can invite new people to come into. New people can try the samples. New people can do it, and they can join us via Zoom or Facebook. I think that's how it will open up. So the people who are not on Facebook can then get onto the Zoom part. Because, you know, I think of Nakia. Like if it's only through Facebook, she can't see it. But if it's through Zoom and Facebook, we can live stream it into Facebook, just like we're doing tonight. I can live stream it into there like we were doing, but instead of having it just like be me, Kim, and Marcy, we can invite customers into the Zoom so they can be via either way. Am I getting a nod? Am I getting a nod? Okay. Do you see how that would open it up? It would just really kind of open things up more by having it that way. So Thursday night will be geared towards skincare, getting into the skincare routine, and it will be geared towards, people learning about the skincare, trying the skincare with us, having a big party on Thursday night for skincare. But throughout the week, we will intersperse a bunch of other videos, a bunch of other techniques, a bunch of other fun things. So like you might want to get on and just do an eyebrow. Make sure you're in good lighting, make sure everybody can see it. Get up close to the camera so people can see your face close and you're not like way back here where they can't really see what you're doing, that you're going to get up. Make sure you have good lighting and good background, whatever. And I think that will engage more people, especially if they're more shorter snippet videos. That will engage more people than just putting on, what's your favorite candy bar, which we were doing kind of posts like that. And some of those were the ones that people engaged in a lot. Well, we didn't get any sales from it really because it wasn't about the product. I was giving stuff away, or you were giving stuff away, depending on who gave the prize, but we weren't getting as much. Now, it just so happens that two of the people that won recently, both have been engaging a lot. They're both my customers, and they are both going to meet with me and get with me to buy some things. But that hasn't been the case a lot. We're just not getting enough participation with it. So we want the consultants to participate. We want you to engage. I want you to like things. And every time, if there's a post that you're going to comment on or tag somebody in, like it as well. Because every like, every love, every heart, every comment, all of that is engagement that will get us back in having people be notified. One of the posts that I'm going to do on there too, this week, is going to be encouraging them to turn their notifications on so that they can see all the videos that we post, so they can see all the specials that we post, so that they can see all that. So that's going to be me telling them, get your notifications turned on for this, group. So you guys, like, yeah, I love it when I see stuff, heart, 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 blah, blah, blah. You guys get in doing that, and then we can hopefully get more people getting notified of it. So, okay. So I came up, that's why, it's funny because I almost forgot about Linda's meeting, and it was like, I got home, I had been grocery shopping. I got home, I had a bunch of food to fix because I had out of town company on Monday. I had to fix a bunch of food Sunday night. So what I did was I put the video, I put her Zoom on just to listen to it, and I prepared the food, and it gave me all the answers I was looking for. So amen, hallelujah, because this was what I just wanted to tweak it and revamp it somehow, and it just wasn't coming to me how. But when I listened to her talk, and she was talking kind of about something else, but it all came together in my mind like, yes. So we're going to revamp Tuesday night. So again, I'm just going to repeat this again. If you are watching this video, if you're watching it via Facebook Live right now, say hello. And so everybody that watches it tonight with me live, whether it's through Facebook or on Zoom, your name is going to go into a drawing. I'm going to give you something. If you watch this video within the next week, because I sent it to you through an email, or you saw it on our Facebook group and you watched it later, as long as you watch it within the next week and make a comment on the day that you watch it, make a comment, everybody that watches it within the next week, then they will be in a separate drawing. Kim just sent me a message. Let me read your message, Kim. let me see. Or some, Kim to everyone. How about the people have to give us their takeaway too? Tell me which, explain that to me, Kim. Unmute yourself.
I was just sending that to you individually.
No, that's okay, but let's talk
No,
about it.
I was just thinking the Facebook, since we at the end give a takeaway, maybe then the people watching it on Facebook give us their takeaway as well.
I like that. I like
And
that.
that would be entering, giving us their takeaway so we know what their takeaway is too.
Yeah, and then that would be, yeah, because then that would make it where we would know what they liked or what. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that idea. Yeah. So when you do, if you do one of the live videos, on the group, then you would say at the end, you would just say, so comment below and tell us what one of your takeaways is, of what you watched. Tell us one thing that you learned or one thing that you are, or even pose a question to us. We'll come back, we look at these, we'll come back, and if you pose a question to us, we'll try to get your questions answered. So that's a great way to end it.
I was talking about your video right now.
Yeah,
How
no,
we at the end.
yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
talking about on the customer page as well. I like it for that idea too,
Okay.
So yeah, so people can type in what Kim was saying was that when you watch this replay, if you watch it replay, one of the things that you can put in there is to say what your takeaway is, because you're right, when we have a meeting, when we're together, when we talk, when we share ideas, National Sales Director Judy Kowicki taught me this a long time ago, is that at the end, we all go around and tell what our takeaway from tonight was. And I have learned so much more about people and in the environment and what we teach by doing that one thing, that I love doing it. Because if you've been to anything with me, I'm going to ask that at the end, because I always do. But you know what? It reiterates things. It helps you remember what you just learned. It helps the other people remember what all the ideas were. And it helps me know that what we were trying to teach, people got it, so it's really it's an awesome technique that I have loved from the minute Judy Kowicki taught me that, because that's what she used to do. We would go to a training with Judy Kowicki, and National Sales Director. I mean, she's incredible how she teaches, and she would always do it at the end, and I loved it. I just loved it, because I would sit and listen to what everybody else's takeaway was, and I'd be going, wow, because it could be even that I missed something, or I thought, oh, that's not how I saw it. That's not how I heard it, but oh, I like that. You know what I mean? So there's lots of ways that it helps all of us learn better, and we reiterate. Yeah, Kim.
Well, it also helps the algorithm in our Star Achiever group and both group. When people make a comment, then it'll help more people see the meeting and see our videos on the other group.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Yes, because what we want people to know is that Facebook controls everything that goes on on Facebook. They control it, and they control it sometimes where it's frustrating. However, the algorithm we're talking about is, we have found that the more people that like, comment, and get I can't think of the word I want, but just engagement into the group, the more that is, the more people see it. So when I talk about, we've got this group it's for our customers, the consultants, it's for all of us. We've got over 400 people in it. And when I put a post on there, all 400 people are not notified that I did that. Only maybe even 25 could be, maybe 25 to 50. But then we get likes, comments, and there's all this engagement. Then that post will be, the notifications of the post for the continuing on will hit more people. Maybe they could send it out to another 50 or 100 people then. So unless you've got notifications turned on, then you might miss some of the stuff we post. Well, if you're missing it, so are your customers missing it. So they're not even being notified that we're even in it. They're not being reminded that we're in it. And one of the things that Linda Tupin taught us on Sunday night as well is that don't be afraid to communicate to your customers, your recruits. Don't be afraid to send reminders. Don't be afraid to send out a text to, like, say you've invited 50 people to this group. Well, let's just say you invited 20. Let's say you invited 20 people into this group, Jan's Mary Kay Facebook party group. You've invited 20 of your customers. If they're not all getting notified, we get on and we go, oh, no, none of my people got on. Well, they probably didn't remember about it. So what if you weren't afraid to send out an email or a text and go, we're really excited, you know, we're going to be on live Thursday night, or just a random text in the middle of the week, like, hey, we're having some really exciting things happening in this group. Would love your opinion of it. I mean, we ask for opinion of the product. Why not ask for an opinion of this group, right? So you will have to engage with your customers and remind them of when we're on, remind them that, you know, different time, or like get on anytime and watch these different videos. We got a lot of short little videos on it that you'll really enjoy. And there's lots of different posts we can do. So I think we just really need to amp it up of who we've invited and encourage them to get on. We've got some changes with the group, get on and see what it's all about. And the top 10 customers that engage in our group, the top 10 contributors is what they call it, then you could win a prize from Jan, or from you know, you could win a prize. So I guess the only thing I didn't think about is, am I going to send all 10 prizes out, or if your customer gets it, are you going to? So right now I'm going to. We'll go back to me sending it, but then I'll have to get your customers' information. But we kind of discussed it before, I guess, and we thought it was better when you do it, because then you know what they got and all that kind of thing. So we'll just have to work on that a little bit. But I really am excited to like get it amped up. I just think it's time to amp it up, and I'm really excited about it. So again, if you're watching via Facebook Live right now, type your name in the comments if you would, and tell us that you're watching so that you could be in the drawing for tonight. And if you watch it replay tonight, anytime in the next week you watch it replay, then you'll get your name in a different drawing. But we're trying to amp up both this group, and we're trying to amp up our Jan's Mary Kay Facebook party group that is for all consultants, all customers, and all of your customers. And so we're going to be talking about getting it up to 500. We're going to get it, you know, like 750, 1,000. Like, we're going to talk about getting the numbers up as well, and get people on. So we want to get more engagement. We want to get more business from it. We want to really kind of make things explode with it. And it's just time to revamp it. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So like I said, I'm going to do a separate video in regards to announcements and some dates to watch for. I'm going to make a separate video on that, so we won't cover that. But the people that are on right now tonight on Tuesday night on our Star Achiever Zoom meeting live streamed into Facebook, do any of you have a question or something that has come up that you would like me to answer, or someone else to answer? So is there anything right now that has come up that you would like an answer to? Kim?
Well, when you were talking about doing something where you show people how to do notifications, it's not really anything that's come up, but the first thing that came to my mind was, since you have Zoom and you could go into Facebook, you could actually do a screen share and actually show them how to actually do it. Because if they're like me, I'm more of a learn by doing and seeing it, instead of just someone telling me how to do it. So then that's what came to my mind when you said you wanted to get on and tell people. We can tell people, but I think maybe actually doing a screen share and actually showing them how to do it.
Sure will. It's a great suggestion. Great suggestion. Yep. Well, Kim, since you're unmuted right now, how about if you also tell me what your takeaway is from tonight?
Well, I'm excited that the group is gonna be doing something a little bit different, because I've been toying away with my private group that I have too, so to try and get more engagements and stuff. So I think it's a good thing.
Good, good, good. And I know you said you'd be willing to be one of the consultants that like post on there or do something, you know, like you can do you're comfortable doing a live or whatever. So thank you for that. Thank you. And you know, there could be somebody that's watching this that's never watched one of our Zoom meetings. There could be somebody that is watching via Facebook, and you are like, well, I'm comfortable with that, I would do that. Then please let me know that, because even if you haven't already been participating, we can certainly talk about it and have you be willing to get on, because there's a lot of people that have mastered Facebook and they've mastered Zoom, and they would be, and they're like, well, I could do that because, you know, I could probably be better than Jan at it. And I'd be going, good. Yay.
Well, and we had to start somewhere. So even if you haven't ever done it, it's a good way to do it and get your feet wet. So, because I didn't do it that much before the pandemic. So,
Well, and I'm willing to work with you privately before you go on to do it, to, you know, make some suggestions or whatever. You know, you and I can just do, whoever might be interested, we can do a private Zoom meeting, just the two of us, and we can, you know, I can maybe give you suggestions about lighting, or I could give you suggestions about, you know, background, or like have you just practice if you're willing to practice in front of me. You know what? Don't be embarrassed about anything. We all have to start somewhere, like Kim said. And you know what? It's like you can't get good if you don't practice it. You can't get good if you don't try it. You can't get good at playing with it. So I'll practice with you. You know, you don't have to be embarrassed or think, oh, I don't want to make a mistake in front of Jan. Well, why not? Like, I'm your safest person to make a mistake in front of. Because you know, I'm here to help. I'm here to help you grow. I'm here to help you learn. And so you know, now I can do it with, literally, I had never done anything like that prior to Facebook. Or I mean, Facebook or Zoom or any of that prior the pandemic. Like, we had not sat here in front of it. I mean, ladies, I've sat here and taken my makeup off in front of everybody, like, you know, and sometimes I've been come on naked and put it back on again. So sometimes I put it on, sometimes I take it off. But basically, just pretend you're talking to your girlfriends. That's all you got to do. Like, just be yourself and talk to your girlfriends and go, hey, how you doing? You know, and the more relaxed you are, and the more fun you can do, and the more you can laugh at yourself when you do make a mistake, the more fun it is, and the more like people like it. So there's nothing to be afraid of. Truly, there's nothing to be afraid of with it. It's, I don't know, Kim, I think it's fun now. What do you think?
yeah, I mean, I like doing it, but yeah, it was scary, you know, it was scary at first. And I'm like, but that's what makes you real if you do make a mistake or whatever. And I was going to say, you have that practice group too, where they could do it into that. And then you could go over it after they did it into that practice group too.
Yep. I have a practice Zoom. No,
No, practice Facebook.
Facebook. I'm sorry. I have a practice Facebook group. So you can watch yourself afterwards, and nobody else is going to see it because it's just a practice group, and there's just only the people that are invited can see it, and it's just consultants, and you can just erase it afterwards. And you know what I mean? Like, I was taught, and I paid money for this. I paid a lot of money, airplane fare, hotel, entry fee, to go sit at the feet of somebody. And I went there 2 or 3 times to Texas. And here's what she taught. The first time we went there, she said, here's your homework. Go home. And this was before Facebook or any of this stuff. We didn't have Zoom. We didn't have it. Go home and record yourself doing a skincare class, sharing the opportunity, and doing a sales meeting. Go home and record it and watch yourself. And I paid a whole lot of money to have somebody tell me to do that. And she said, if you want to get good and you want to improve, you got to watch yourself. You got to watch who you are. You got to watch yourself. You've got to listen to your voice. I paid a lot of money to also, and a lot of years of going to Toastmasters to learn how to speak in front of people and for groups and to do all of that and to be critiqued every single time you opened your mouth. And Toastmasters, you are critiqued. You had to do speeches and there were time limits. They had one person that recorded all your ums and ers and repeat words. You had it was totally just to be critiqued and how you presented yourself, and you paid money to do it so you could learn how to be better. I loved it because it really did make me realize when you're speaking in front of a group what you could sound like. And one of the things that I found was I have a repeat word. Everybody has a repeat word. Everybody has a word that they say all the time. Some people it's y'all know what mine is. So that's my repeat word. And I know it. I hear myself say it. I realize it. Many times I try to stop it and it still just comes out. That's my word. So, and that's my repeat word. Everybody has one. And you just got to figure out what it is. One of the tricks is to practice speaking and not using it. One of the things that, like, for instance, if you're doing this, you're doing a talk, you're doing this thing, one person is in charge of listening for that repeat word. One person. And you watch as you're talking, you're watching them. They're in front of you. I mean, they're around the table and they're going. And they're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many times you say it. But we all have one of those repeat words. And you know what? Be forgiving for all the people that you hear that have a repeat word. Be forgiving. However, if you really want to get good at it, just paying attention to yourself. And just so you know, I know when I say it. I know when I say it a lot. And I know that that's my repeat word. I don't say or as near as much. I say so. Definitely my repeat word. All right. So Kim, do you have anything else you would like to add as far as your takeaway for tonight?
No, I was just gonna put something on here. It reminded me, we had a teacher in school. We counted out how many times he said in the 60 minutes that we were in there. It was a lot. And Mary, I like it. You're bright tonight. Can see your beautiful face. Yay.
Here's what I'm going to do. If any of you have watched any of our videos, I'm going to encourage you to go back and watch yourself. If you want to watch one of our videos, even if it's a group video, go back and watch it and just stare at yourself and listen every time you talk. Count your own ums and ers, count your own repeat word, look at that. Listen to how you do things. Just pay attention to it. I'm going to encourage you all to do that because it's already been recorded. You don't have to go back and record. It's already recorded. So if you can go back and watch it. Just watch yourself. I mean, it's kind of interesting. So thanks, Kim. Mary, what's your takeaway from tonight?
I like the idea that you're revamping the Thursday night Facebook party. I'm excited about that. See how things come along.
Great. Yes, and you are brighter tonight.
I had to go find my lamp, and I thought just one more thing to fall over. My living room's got the Uzis, and I need to get it corralled and put away. So I thought, oh, if I bring that lamp out, that means something else has to go.
Yeah, sometimes organization, right? Organization. So thanks for getting on. Thank you. And Miss Marcy, if you'll unmute and tell us what your takeaway is.
Well, first of all, I want to piggyback on what you said about you paid a lot of money to have somebody tell you to, tape yourself. Years ago, and this was before Facebook, before Zoom, before any of this. This was when a lot of people didn't even have computers or the internet. Okay, I worked for an educational software company, and I attended an AT&T seminar, which was a paid seminar, and one of the things that they told us, because I had to do a lot of telephone work, calling customers on the phone and stuff, is, of course, put yourself in your office, shut the door, etc. Put a mirror in front of yourself. Put a mirror in front of yourself, talk, and all of a sudden I could feel myself sitting up straighter. I could feel myself breathing better. I became more conscious of, like what you said about the words and stuff. And I wasn't taping it. I was strictly watching myself in a mirror, not a little mirror, but a bigger mirror. And it sat right in front of my desk. And people thought, like my mom, when she came to visit, she probably thought, God, she's really conceited having a mirror at her desk. But it did help in terms of my posture, my breathing, everything. Okay. And that was, again, something that I paid for, just like what you did. And then the other thing, when Kim mentioned about what's your takeaway and stuff, I just did a session with a Red Hat group, and we had everybody bring it was called Each One Teach One. Okay, Each One Teach One. And we had everybody bring your laptop, your tablet, your phone. We are going to teach you how to sign on to Zoom. We are going to teach you how to do thus and such. So there were 7 or 8 of us at a restaurant down in Howell, and they had Wi-Fi. And so Sandy Mutter and Sandy and I were the 2 techies there, going around helping people, trying to make sure that whatever device they brought or devices they brought, we could get them on Zoom. They knew how to do the sign in, the password, or whatever. So we could do that same thing, like what shoot, I just forgot your name, Kim.
Kim.
Sorry. Like what Kim said about giving a thing on how to sign on, how to do something. So we could do the Each One Teach One very easily in Mary Kay. And what you're saying about, the private session, where we could tape it or we could get critiqued. And, you've had background in Toastmasters. Kim and I have had background as teachers, what to do, what not to do. I'm not sure what Mary's background is, but we can all contribute. So yeah, we can, you guys can use that phrase, Each One Teach One. I don't own it.
I like it. And Mary Kay, the woman, taught me 38 years ago that when we sat down to make phone calls, on your desk should be a mirror. I have a mirror.
Yeah, and see, when did I take that sales class? Who did I work for at the time? That might have been in the 70s when I took the 70s or 80s when I took that AT&T seminar.
Mary Kay always taught us that because here's what she taught us. They can hear your smile.
Yeah.
When you're on the phone, they can't see you. Like now they can see us. So y'all better smile because they can see us.
Yeah.
But they could hear our smile. Judy Kwiecki, I can tell, this is interesting. I just thought of this. I can tell you who taught me certain things through my lifetime. I actually remember the person who taught it to me. One of the things that Judy Kwiecki taught us, that even when we drive, when you're driving a car, drive with a gentle smile. And when that person pulls in front of you, you don't do other things. You don't give other hand signals, but you give a gentle smile. She taught me how to sit. When you're sitting, the more things that you have crossed, the more your brain shuts off. What I mean by that is, how when we sit and we have our legs crossed at the knees? If you're trying to learn, uncross them. She taught us how to sit with our legs kind of sideways, nothing crossed, no ankles, no knees, no anything being crossed, because the more you have crossed. She taught us how to sit at a table up front in in a big Mary Kay training room, the directors that sat up front, if there was no skirting on the front of the table, everybody could see us sit a certain way so that nothing was crossed. We were kind of a little bit sideways, kind of turned, and taking notes. Didn't matter if the person teaching, you knew everything she was going to say and you'd already mastered everything she was going to say, you took notes. As a director, we took notes, we had a gentle smile, we didn't have anything crossed. She taught us how to do that. And when you're conscious of all those things, you start to realize how different you can learn and how different things can be. But yeah, that gentle smile, that looking in a mirror is it's kind of like looking at yourself on Zoom or looking at yourself on Facebook. When you see yourself, you're like, oh, but that's what she taught us, was to look in a mirror, because if you had a smile on your face when you were talking, they could hear your smile.
Mhm.
So we all just have to have a gentle smile. Always keep a gentle smile. Yes, Kim.
Yeah, whenever I go to call somebody when I'm here, and then I just smile right before I talk to them or leave them a message. Or I got a mirror in my bedroom, so I just turn and look at that. But mostly I just put a smile on my face as soon as I pick up the phone.
It makes a difference, because if you're smiling, try to go, yeah, I feel gross. You can't even do it. You can't even say a negative thing when you got a smile on your face, right?
Right.
So it's a good thing. So, well, wonderful. Well, ladies, thank you for getting on tonight. Again, I'm gonna be recording this and keeping the recording, and I'm gonna be sending it out. So even the ladies are on, you're probably gonna get it in your email, because I'm sending it out to everybody, and I'm gonna let everybody know what we're doing, what we're changing, and that they can watch the video and try to understand it and ask questions if they don't. So thank you all for getting on. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I'm gonna stay on. When you all get off, I'm going to stay on and I'm going to record a little brief thing about what's coming up and some announcements that I think are important that I will make. So that'll be a separate video, but thanks for getting on, ladies. Thanks for sharing your takeaway, and be watching for some fun and plan to participate with us so that you can be a part of growing your business all together. Because if you only have a few customers, when we put them all together and we have 400, the energy is completely different with that. So I'm hoping what this is going to do is help all of us build our business even more. And that's what my goal is, to have all of us build our business. So hope you all have a great week, and thanks for getting on. See you later.
Do you want us to then view the next video that you're going to do?
Hang on just a second.
Okay, this next